Okay. I look like a Whoville person. Who? I guess who is? I should. I need to do hair and makeup. I don't do that, and so I'm gonna start. I'm thinking of maybe doing that. So I'm getting older and everything, and so uh it's good to dress up and make yourself look nice and do everything that you're needing to do to make your appearance work. And we all get this. Now they're here. Now they won't be for in a few minutes. They do that every time. I have one person that gets online and then leaves immediately afterwards, and I don't know. They're always doing that, and it's something to make me feel bad, I guess. But it's what I deal with sometimes, and I guess this is part of the message because appearances. This is a lesson, okay? My appearance is a lesson. Appearances make lessons. They break lessons or make lessons. And that's what people say. But the thing is, with dealing with prophetic spirits versus divination spirits, because they do basically the same things. And they can they can act very similar and give a message. Like if a person wants to be a prophet but has nobody, divination spirit may latch on to them and deliver some type of prophetic thing. And there's divination spirits that make bets and sometimes are sometimes work to destroy people. And there's also ones that you have ones that build up and ones that destroy. The ones that destroy are not from God. You have to understand, God doesn't kill. He doesn't. He doesn't solely kill people. So you have to understand that when you're dealing with spirits that are from the Holy Spirit, God warns you and admonishes you. Okay? And he shows you a path. Doesn't mean just because a divination spirit comes to pass is prophetic and is correct, doesn't mean that it was from God. Because divination spirits can use power too and have correct things, but they mix in incorrect things, and they bet your life away. And that's not what we all need. We need to understand him. We need to understand Jesus. And this is not a religious thing. This is more, what is grace filled and giving life and making us good and full of love and full of mercy and grace. What is making life from it, and what is emanating death? And we don't need to emanate death. I've like you can fix your life to emanate life. So this is what we understand. We understand that he shows us life, beautiful life, powerful life, glorious life, artistic life. This is what we understand from him. And we get dismayed, and we get in despair and into lies and into all this emanating death nastiness, and it makes us not believe what we can believe. Don't believe that lie. Believe in the emanating life and follow close to it. The reason that we fall away from what is good for us is because we don't follow close to it. We have to see the path. And sometimes we're just walking around instead of following a path. That's why we have to look for the Lord. That's why we have to worship the Lord. Because where he is, that's where life is emanating. Where he's not, that's not where life is emanating. We follow his path. We just don't walk around. I think people confuse staying close to God as bondage, which it's not. Staying close to God is following the measures of Him and staying in the measures of Him. If we're sent on a mission, sometimes the mission gets hard. And we have to understand that. We have to understand the difference between a hard mission and fighting evil. We fight evil. When I was younger, I tried to have the spirit, but I dealt with a spirit of divination. I had the spirit, but I didn't have the prophetic power. I wasn't empowered with it in the full scale that I am now. You have to understand some things aren't meant for you. Some things are meant for others. So not all your ideas are going to be yours. Not all your ways are going to be yours. Not all your path is going to be your path that you would choose. God's path is a path, not the path of least resistance, but the best path for you. And it's so hard because we want to say, am I living a life for eternity? Am I just living this piece of my life away from the heavenly realm to tell a story that's bigger than what I know? Is this just one long experience before I have another long experience prior to another long experience? And that's one question that many people have. Was I here before? Did I live a life before? That's a question that I ponder. That comes to me quite often in the past few years. And I want to believe that God has a plan for me. And that am I eternal to a point, or am I eternal to Him? Am I eternal to a creation that is longer than I am? Am I thousands of years old and not know it? Or am I just living a life in a delusion? These are some of the things we measure and wonder about. These are some of the things I wonder about. Because I've had a lot of visions with a lot of heavenly realm time. And it shows my span of life a lot in the past 5 years. And so it makes me want to say that my life is probably longer than what I remember or know. Am I me? And that's a question that we have to ask. Do we ask, are we ourselves when we're prophesying? Do we be ourselves when we're prophesying? So much that we connect with the realm of heaven. And when we connect with the realm of heaven, we give a message from it. These are some of the questions that I go over a lot, because it's like forced upon me, and I can't get over it. And it's what I've been pondering for a while, because it's always there, and I'm an artist sometimes. Sometimes an artist, sometimes I'm a pastor. I'm more artist a lot of times. And when I give art, like these speeches online, there are a lot of speeches online like this. I go and deliver a message, but I always don't know if the message is me. And that's sometimes we're helped out by spirits, and it doesn't mean we're oppressed. It just means that they help. Sometimes they help against us, and that's more not him. Or we have a spirit helping us, and it is him. We have to know the difference. So when we're older, we understand what is prophetic and what is divination. We don't do things with a divination spirit. We do things with a prophetic spirit. So we understand the method a little better. We understand what is a cage and what is freedom. When we understand what is freedom, then we understand what life is. What is simply the goodness of God? Now we know the difference. Now we know what life is. So we can follow what is right for us and what is good for us. Now we understand who we are. That's it.